going to do recognition afterwards because I want to honor Hayden's time and just dive right into this. And even though I have this amazing, amazing, beautiful bio that I'm going to skip because I want you guys to just get every minute of genius, I want you to know a couple of things. He was in arena football for a little bit, and he came back to Minnesota to be a part of Isagenix. He has been with Isagenix for 10 years, a huge advocate of the products, of the culture, of the compensation plan. He has helped over 140,000 people through the products of the compensation plan. Like, can you guys just imagine that? I think about the Broncos Stadium. I'm like, well, that's like 80,000 people. I mean, like twice the amount of people that fit into the Broncos Stadium. Hayden has helped with Isagenix, but I just want to personally say that he's fabulous. He is so fun. He's so down to earth. And I think you see a lot of posers in this industry, especially on the male side. I'm just going to put that out there. And it could not be more real, more raw, someone that has taught me so much. Jessica and I have looked up to him, since we started, and learned so much, and it's a treat to have you. So we work crossline, Jess and I, both of our teams are on here, Team Win and Dreamers in Action. And Hayden, I would love for you to say hi, tell your story. And I know you've got 15 or 20 minutes. Like, I'm going to let you run. And then if I feel like I want to dial you on some questions, I might be like, wait, what about this? What about that?
Hey, just shoot them over. First of all, Lauren, thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here. And you guys are all inspiring. So many, I'm like, I don't know all of you yet, but I see a lot of faces that I do know. And it's always a treat to get, be able to do these calls, but then get to events and actually meet people in real life. I'm like, have I met you in real life or just Zoom or Facebook? I'm getting sick of it, but I'm excited to be back at in-person events again, and really have that and to keep growing and getting better. But like Lauren said, I started my Isagenix journey about 11 years ago. I was getting ready to play professional football. I went to school to be, I was pre-med, so majored in biology, minored in chemistry. Don't ask, I don't know why I did that, but that was it. And I took my MCAT, and I really just didn't want to go to medical school. I didn't want to get into more debt, but I really wanted to help people. And when the football opportunity came up, I thought, well, I only have a short amount of time to be able to do this. So I got introduced to the products, fell in love with them. We didn't even have all the amazing performance products that we have now, but they worked extremely well. The protein and Ionix, especially with the recovery and how much faster I could recover. And I thought I was going to use a 30-day money back guarantee. And now I've taken them every single day for the last 11 years, no matter where I'm at, traveling home, on the road, in all sorts of places. And it's just become a part of my lifestyle. And I looked at this as just a more simple way of living a healthy lifestyle. Most people are very on the go and struggling to find a solution that works. And I always say, it's not for everybody, but it's for people that eat food. So if that's you, then this is going to be a perfect fit and you're going to love it. And when football didn't work out, I came back home, had a huge identity crisis. This is something I got to do since I was very little. And now it was like just gone, swept out of the, just gone. Like there's no other opportunity anymore. And I didn't know what I wanted to do besides I wanted to make an impact. So I was training at a sports performance gym, working with high school, college athletes, some professional athletes, and then running an adult fitness program in the morning. And then I would valet park cars when I could pick up other shifts and just hustling, making money. And then starting to build Isagenix, and it's slowly in the pockets of my life. I grew up in a network marketing family. So we always had product pickup night on Tuesdays. Our garage was a mini warehouse. I was taking adult vitamins when I was 5 years old. So we were making sure the BV requirements were staying high. So it was a big family get together, but it really, it was something important that showed me my parents always, surrounding themselves with good people, personal development. I mean, I was listening to tapes, motivational tapes in the car. I don't think I'm going to outdate myself at all. So we're good to go on that. And it was just ingrained, playing over and over again. And so that's what I saw. And I never thought I would get into it. But the products work so good. I thought this is a no-brainer. And when I started to understand the compensation plan, just like many of you have, and that's probably, why you're here, you had great product experience and you see the long-term vision of what this can be for you and your family. And when I really just took hold of that, I was like, I'm going to commit 5 years to this, because anything worthwhile takes time. I don't know if I'm going to be a 6-figure earner. I don't know if I'll be a 7-figure earner, but this is always, residual income has to be a part of, what I'm doing. And we began to build and do events on the weekends, stopped going out on the weekends and started doing in-home events, traveling to different people that were, motivated and hungry, and really just working with the runners. Some of them, well, most of them in the beginning weren't people that we enrolled. And that's the cool thing about this compensation plan is you can work with if someone pops up in your downline, like they're on your team and taking ownership of that, not to hop over people. But if you're in it to win it, you want to find the other people that are as well. And then so that's what we did. Traveled, did the meetings. We would do like back to back Thursday night, do like an op meeting or a tasting party, or what were we calling them then? Launch parties. We're doing launch parties. And then I remember the first time I was sitting there, I had really long hair, in the living room of one of our six-figure earners, really great friend now, Brooke Drendel. She's out in Otsego, Illinois, just kind of close outside of Chicago there. And her husband was standing in the back and I'm sitting there sweating. I got this pink computer on my lap hooked up to a TV. Emily was doing the presentation and I was just clicking, and I would probably say something really stupid every like 5 slides, or, like I had no idea what I was talking about. But they all got signed up. They got started. They had great, just a great experience on the products, lost the weight. And then the husband was standing in the back, Dave, and he goes, if these two can do this, you're going to absolutely crush it. And she's been one of our, best friends, best running partners ever since then. And that to me, that was something I always wanted. I always wanted to get done with a presentation, and I want people to be sitting there. And I hope that, after we're talking today and you're like, if that guy can do it, I can do this too. And I think that's one of the best things. And so give yourself permission to your presentations don't have to be perfect. Your slides don't have to be perfect. The kids don't have to be put to sleep. Like, it's going to be chaos sometimes. And I think that's a beautiful part about this business is that's exactly what I think people are looking for. They're looking for a way to be able to build this residual income, build a team, surround yourself with good people in the midst of chaos, and no matter what's going on. And so then when you do hit it perfect, it feels good. Right? It feels good, but it takes just that constant practice. So we did that, did another one the next night. And then on Saturday, we did like a business launch training, got people going, got people excited, and then really seeing the vision. And something we did this last week, we had a little contest out in Vegas, and the top 4 point earners got to go from our team. We did a little mastermind session. So a little bit of everything, having fun, doing hikes, in the boardroom, at the pool, but showing how you can do this from anywhere. And one of the big things that came around is, and I want to encourage you guys, is always share your vision with people and why you're doing this. Like the reason why you're doing this and how you want to help other people. So an inclusive and an exclusive vision. So what's going to bring people into your community? Because that's what we're doing. We're just bringing people into our community, giving them an opportunity to grow, giving them an opportunity to learn, and really, set ourselves apart from any other company out there, any other business model out there, because that's our best thing. This is where leaders are going to be created, in communities like this, in growth environments like this, and it's where the new businesses are going to be created, is exactly by doing what we're doing and getting together. And so as we're building, we're figuring it out, 23, 24 years old, not a lot of, not a lot of pull with people, especially like kind of trying to get my friends going and started to help, as I was paying my student loan bills monthly, my goal was to help others pay their student loan bills, because that was the area of life that I was in. And then I began to realize, like, if it's not a student loan bill, which is like, what are we, $2 trillion in student loan debt? Like absolutely asinine. But so that's an issue. And then we also have mortgage payments. We also have car payments. So there's always something that fits into that $500 to $1,000 gap. If we could help more people earn an extra $500 to $1,000 every single month, hundreds of thousands of lives would be changed, like quickly, really fast. And that's another beautiful part about this business is that's what we get to do. We get to help meet people where they're at and get them going, get them started, have that great product experience. Okay. And I always tell people, I know you're going to have a great experience. And when that happens, okay, who are a few people that would do this with you? That's it. Always offering that, because my vision is I want to help people have this great experience, but I'm looking to create 100 six-figure earners in the next 3 years. Is that something you'd be interested in? I would love to walk you through that. And so always sharing. And that's for me, that's my vision. That's what I want to do, because I know we're attracting good people all the time. And if good people are making some great money, that's a beautiful thing. And so with that, we continue to share, continue to build, continue to do meeting, went from meeting to meeting to event to event. And that's one of the things I've missed the most in the last 2 years, is just that, is having the events, getting people there, growing through events. Events are a great way to create leaders, a great way to build belief. I hope that some of you have been able to go to the vision tours. If not, get to one, find a way to get there, get to UIA, and then get to celebration. And if you really want to grow your business, it's how many people are you going to bring with you? Because that's less that you're teaching. That's less that you are dragging people around. You know, what do they say? Can't bring a horse to water, you can't make them drink, right? And all we got to do, just get people to the event, get people to the event, get people to the event. And that was something we learned from Eric Worre, and that absolutely changed everything about our business. And then doing a 90-day sprint. And within that, you know, by the age of 26, I'll skip over a lot of this, but we became the youngest millionaires in the company at the time. And I know there's going to be some younger ones coming up. There has to be. Coming up soon, and we've been able to earn over 7 figures every single year since. I think we just eclipsed 11 million a month or two ago, and that's just to say, like, we had no experience in this, but we know how to take the products, we know how to love on people, we know how to help, help other people. Like, I don't want to put my goals on somebody else. I want to figure out what their goals are, because I know that if I'm helping enough people reach their goals, be happy, build the business of their dreams, then eventually that's going to happen. That's going to happen for us. And that was a roundabout way of a Zig Ziglar quote, but you guys get the picture. If you help enough people get what they want, eventually you'll get what you want. And that was something that really stuck with me in really learning, okay, how can I help this person reach their goal? Because they might not want to earn 7 figures. They might want to earn $200, and just share these casually. And that's great. That's great. There's a place for you here. I just want people to be in a growth environment at all times. And so the travel has been incredible. The trips that we've gotten to earn, the people I've gotten to meet is just an absolutely huge blessing. So I kind of ran all over the place there, Lauren, but I would love to just.
Awesome. And you can see the chat. It's so good, you guys. I mean, some of that, can you imagine 11 million in 10 years? And, they got into this in their 20s, and there's so much belief, and there's opportunity. But I love everything you're saying, and some people it's $200, people it's tens of thousands of dollars, and meeting them where you're at. I think if you have just a couple minutes before you pop up, and you guys stay on for just a second when he's done, so we can do recognition. I want to share something with you. But would you share just a little bit about building as a guide? We have so many women in this industry and on our teams, and we've got some great people with, Brandy's husband and Jeff, Kurt, or Jeff, I'm saying, anyways, we have great guys who are on board, but we want to hear it from a guy. Like, how do you prospect? What does it look like? How are you developing people? And just to have a different perspective.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think, well, especially being in this industry and in this company, I'm like, guys, this is exactly where you want to be. You're going to be outnumbered at all times. And it's perfect. And all the women are incredible. Like, they're working on themselves. They're getting after it. They kick my ass all the time. But what how I build is I like to go to places with what I like to do. So whether it's having something to be involved around football, or going to the gym, like, I meet other guys, I meet other people doing things that I like to do, because we already automatically have something else in common. And that's something that I really enjoy from a social media standpoint. I'm not the best or the most consistent, but there's always something there, and there's always trying to offer some sort of value. And my approach is more business approach, because I think that intrigues guys a lot more. Besides, when the hair revival launched, it was like, I had like all my college buddies like hit me up out of the blue. Like, I could never get them to sign up. It took me 3 years to enroll my best man. So just know guys can be a little bit more stubborn when it comes to that, but it's like, okay, just get these products in your body. If you don't love this after 30 days, I'll never talk to you about it again. And just giving guys that out right away has been a great way just to like get them in the door. But I've also started a separate like community for the guys on my team to be able to, you know, just talk sports, talk hunting, talk fishing, talk stuff that guys like to do. And I showcase that stuff when I'm doing that. Like when I'm out deer hunting, you better believe I got like 4 e-shots with me. I got 2 poured in my hot tea to stay warm. I bring bars with, I bring the chocolates with, because it's a lifestyle and it's just a more simple way of doing that. And I found that I no longer have to feel like I take a nap in my deer stand. I'm up the whole time. Don't worry, we're strapped in. I'm not gonna like fall out or anything like that. Super safe. And so that's been another thing. And now all of my dad, my brothers, my uncles, they're obsessed with e-shots, especially during hunting season. So just really showcasing like how I like to do that. But then it always comes back to this business conversation. Like, I know you have residual bills. What type of residual income do you have coming in that's going to meet or exceed those? And asking those kind of questions. And I've really been liking the word, I don't even know if I'm, you know, if it's compliant or not, but just like the investment side of network marketing, the investment side of, you know, this business, because we're all everybody now is taking some sort of supplement, a shake, a elixir, a collagen, whatever it may be. And I say, what can we reallocate to start helping you create that residual income that's going to meet or exceed your residual bills? You know, let's start there. And so it's more having that conversation, because all you're doing now is you're investing $150, $200 into your health every single month, which you're already doing, okay, or not doing, and you need to be doing. And this gives you an opportunity to create that income producing asset that's going to be able to help feed you and your family for a long time to come. And so just putting things into perspective that way. I don't always say, you know, network marketing. I'm never afraid of it. I'm never shy of it. I'm always asking people, you know, what's been their experience. But at the end of the day, it's like, I don't care what it is. You want to get paid, you want to provide, and this is the best vehicle to be able to do that.
So it's good.
A little
good.
Bit,
I mean, talk about like 20 minutes of genius. Were you going to say something else?
I was just going to say, like, I think we make it too complicated sometimes and think we have to know everything. It's like, it just gets back to asking questions, like those simple questions, like, what if, you know, what if you lost your job? What if that happened, you know, and having a little bit more of a real conversation, and asking people, like, what's your 5-year plan? Like, what are you going to do? Is this something you love doing, you want to continue doing, or are you looking to, you know, 5 years, the time is going to go by anyways, you know, let's do something that's going to continue to build, and pay you dividends in the end.
I love it. It's so good. You guys stay on. I promise you, I would keep you at 20 minutes. So you guys put a 10 in the chat if you love Hayden. Just put 10s, 10s. Let him know that he's amazing.
One more question. The other call's rolling.
Oh, we get a bonus. Okay, so this is a freebie because it's an easy one. Someone asked, how do you lead with young people, like with the product specifically? But I would say for someone who has been in the company for 10 years, right? Yep. So you've gone through some ups and downs, you've seen momentum, you've seen, you know, new product launches, whatever. If you could leave us with like, why now? Of any time you've been in with the season, with the products, with any of the tech that's changed, like, why is your belief higher now than it ever has before?
Well, one thing I will say too is, like, network marketing is not, it's just like any other business. Like, there is going to be ups and downs, always ups and downs. Like, you're going to hit spikes, you're going to come, it's going to level out. Like, you're going to, you know, lose people once in a while, or whatever it may be. But why I'm so excited about Isagenix now is, I mean, we have just such a simple system and not easy, but simple way to build, and matching people up with, you know, these simple solutions. Like, these little bottles are freaking incredible. Like, this has been an absolute game changer. And I probably consume 800 BV a month myself. Like, I literally take everything. People ask me, what do you take? I'm like, literally everything. Like, I got the body wash, okay, I got the toothpaste, I got the lotion, I got like all the stuff people don't even know we have. Like, I use it every single day. And so with the simplification of what we're doing now, the people like Erica I get to work with on the fab, like, we are committed to making this so much more simple. But these solutions, like, you're going to see come out with the nootropic and the 7-day system, and like just how it's just becoming, it's like we're almost going back to the basics. And that's what I'm all about. So that's why I'm excited, because I know that by simplifying this, we're going to be able to help way more people, and we're going to be able to provide solutions that much faster. And the compensation plan with the brand partnership being in addition to, in a supplement of our already dynamite compensation plan, like we're evolving right now. And I think evolution is so exciting. Isagenix 2.0. And I know a lot of you probably get pretty frustrated with the back office. Nobody is sworn at the back office more than me. And I'm so excited for that new wave coming through that we're going to be able to build off of, and the customer programs that we're releasing and coming out with that platform is going to allow us to do. Like, it's going to be accelerated, and I'm ready for another big boom. And the people that are working right now, that are getting themselves set up, like you guys already have a great, unbelievable system that your team is rolling. I'm pretty sure you're probably the fastest growing team in all of Isagenix. I wouldn't, and so you guys are in the right place at the right time. And it's so much fun, when this happens, and when you can really like get on the front of that wave, you're going to ride it out even further. And so that's why I'm really excited. Being a former athlete, I love a football player and getting hit in the head way too many times. I'm so excited for the nootropic. Like, I cannot wait. I will guarantee I will probably be taking too much of it, but that's okay. I'm excited for it. So the next call I get on, I'm probably going to be sweating a little bit more, talking a little bit faster, and we'll be rocking and rolling. So those are just a few reasons I'm excited, but that nootropic is going to be absolute fire.
So awesome. You're amazing. Thank you for being a part of our team call. I know Jess turned off her video. She probably has a kid in front of her, but we both so appreciate you. And if there's anything any of us can do to return the favor, please know we're here. You guys blow up the chat that he's amazing. And y'all hang tight for just a couple minutes, but it's going to be a short call tonight. Good night. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Jess.
You guys, I mean, we'll tell you over and over and over, one of the best things in this company is the way that we all want to help each other. Neither Jess and I have any financial ties to Hayden. And just as a side note, I will tell you, Jess, do you have any idea where they are? His bio didn't say if they're 18 star. Do you know where they are?
I think they're like, I was thinking 12 or 13 star, but maybe 18 crystal executives.
Oh, maybe that's where I am. Yeah, something like 18 executives, 12, 13. Well, the point being, see how big the number is? We don't even know, right? But they had just hit 6-star, which is what Erica just promoted to, right? When I first met them. So I went to an event all by myself. I was just enrolled. I mean, I had been in Isagenix for like a handful of weeks, and they came in on a bus from Minnesota to Kansas City, full of like 20-year-old people. I mean, Hayden had hair as long as mine. I literally thought I was like meeting Thor. I mean, Emily looked like Gwen Stefani, and I was like, who are these people? And I just watched them from stage, and exactly what he said. I was the person I go, if they can do this, I can do this. I mean, they were young, they were fun. But along the way, I just said, man, if they have done this and they helped me, Jess and I were in St. Thomas with them, we were on the cruise with them. We've been to Mexico with them. And always just ask questions, and they poured into you. And some of the systems that we've used, some of their, when I promoted to 5-star and I was at an event and Laura was with me and I was like, I'm going to go 5-star. And I was sitting next to Hayden and he gave me a contest idea. He's like, this is how you're going to do it. And that's what happened, and it's these friendships that you'll have and the people that will pour belief into you. And there's like no ulterior motive. It's just, we all succeed here and we all win together. And I think that that's so amazing. So what a gift to have him. And if you guys want to send him a memo on Instagram or Facebook and just say, thank you. He's the type of person that will like listen to it and it will mean a lot. Like some people will be like, yes, like I will tell you, it will mean a lot, and he will listen to them all. So I just wanted to quickly pop on here and tell you that, Laura was here with me last week with the Denver Vision Tour happened, and she came out, and there is not a more humble and modest person in the world probably than Laura Laurie. And she also is so committed to growth and was like, hey, like I'm doing some self-reflection on like what's working, maybe what's not. Where can we change? Where can we continue to be like better? Like where can we get feedback from people that everything is the same, to like, and us basically saying, deal with it. This is the way it's going to be. To say, you know what, like if everybody's saying the same thing, like we're the ones that need to change and kind of do something different. So Dreamers in Action, and I've been talking with Jess about this. I mean, we're just getting like personally dialed down in some of our Facebook groups, some of the threads. It's so redundant, and we've been talking about in our pages. But if you haven't seen it, I just really want to honor Laura for that, for really like being the impetus, and me like kind of taking my stubborn bullhorns off and saying, okay, let's try something different. But I wanted to share 2 exciting things with you along with that. So I think a lot of the tracking tools that Isagenix has had, or we've all had, work for some people based on where they are in the business or the way that you do it. So some people loved Penny, some people hated Penny. You know, like I've had people being like, oh my gosh, Penny organizes everything. And then I get texts that like, I broke up with Penny. I can't deal with Penny, you know? And I'll send people things like, my IPA sheet works. And like, this does not work for me. Like there's nothing in here on like family time, or it doesn't include my blah, 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 or Penny doesn't have the gratitude. And we're always trying to work on that. And I know so many people reference Erica's, you know, the quadrant, her like 4 15-minute blocks. And you're like, oh my God, I love Erica's thing. And I do my 15 minutes and I set the alarm and I do my 15 minutes. But we put together, and thankful to my husband, a spreadsheet while she was here, of a new tracking sheet. It's a Google sheet that it can be shared. Today was day 1. We checked it like in with each other, you know, our accountability, but it's something that we created with both of these teams in mind, and not just for a basic level, like, did you post, did you reach out, but it has some deeper team development stuff in it for the leaders, but with the focus that 80% was still, you know, prospecting and recruiting. 20% has the, hey, have you done XYZ report? Like, have you gone through your leader in action report? Have you checked who's in the pools? You know, things that we're going to kind of be the guinea pigs on it. And like over the next week or 2, hey, we probably should have added this, or hey, we should take this off. But it's something that we really want to be able to share and bring to you. But I want to honor Laura really saying, hey, let's take a deep dive and grow here. And my husband built it for us. So we're excited. And then I also, with her help, you know, we said that what are some things we used to do that we've kind of gotten away from, because at one point during the pandemic, I know I was like, if I get on one more Zoom, like I'm going to pull my own hair out. I mean, I love everybody and I love that we can connect this way. But I mean, there was a time I'm like, I think for 8 hours I've been on Zoom. I could do 8 coffee shops, no problem, you know, especially if there's Prosecco on the 8th one. But it was different. And I put a bunch of amazing women into a thread. And I said, hey, we have a vision to go back to every Sunday night. Let's do a comp plan call. And every Wednesday we have an opportunity call. And the only requirement was that some of these speakers and trainers were top notch, because if you're going to drive people to the call and you're going to want people to get on, their first exposure has to be incredible, right? But when I said, Laura, we're going to do an opportunity call every Wednesday and we're going to do a comp plan call every Sunday, I'm immediately like, man, we're going to the summer. Like that's 2 nights out of like, you know, the whole week that you're totally like committed to doing it. And so we have an amazing lineup of trainers and leaders on this team that are going to be in rotation. We're going to start on the 20th, you guys. We're starting next week with the first opportunity call. The first compensation plan call will be on the Sunday, the 27th. Laura and I are going to do the first ones, and then you're going to see a rotation with Brandy and Ann and Jessica and Holly and Erica. And the idea is, as we continue to grow and rise up more leaders, to plug you into that. But the reason we're sharing it is because they're going to be reoccurring. It will be the same Zoom link and the same meeting ID every single week, just like this one. Okay. I don't want you to have to feel like, oh my gosh, what's it this week? It will be the same. Okay. The other thing that we're doing is keeping all of the times the same. So at one point we tried to do like an opportunity call different than the team call. They're all at 7:00 Mountain Time, 9:00 Eastern Time. So it doesn't mean you have to get on every single week. It also doesn't mean that you will have to force all of your people on every single week. But if you have someone you're really excited about, and maybe teaching the compensation plan is not a strength of yours and you don't feel comfortable doing it, you know, you enrolled Laura and I'm like, man, this girl's amazing. I just got her why. She's going to crush it. I'm going to say, hey, I want you to get on this call on Sunday night. It's at 9:00. It's 20 minutes long. I want you to see this opportunity. And anyone who teaches that call is going to have conviction. They're going to have posture. It will excite people. And the slides are brand new. So I was fortunate enough to have an old slide deck from Hillary and Justin Courtney. Trudy is amazing. She has like completely revamped it. I sent it to her and I said, this looks like it's from 2008. Wasn't even an Isagenix then, but like the PIVs were wrong. Like the products were all different and it's all new. It is up to speed with the collagen, with the hair revival, with the current PIVs. It's awesome. And I practice it. I can do it in about 20 minutes. That other people probably about 25. Jess is going to be 18. We talk fast, you know, but it's not meant to be a long call. We just want people to get on and see the money. But if I say,